We're live and it's not Saturday night. Thum, 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 thum. Hi, my name's Greg Dixon.
Amy Dixon.
That's my co-founder, my co-coach, and my wife.
My better half.
Hey, nice. So we're here today to talk about something that is very common and natural to think about is just say no. We want to tell you, people talk about New Year's resolutions. We want to say, just say no to New Year's resolutions because we're going to invite you to say yes to something different. But this whole idea came about because we're launching a business. Life Origami is about to get launched. We've been married 16 months and 3 days today, and we've been working and writing and talking and writing and talking and building things and built a website, lifeorigami.com, and we've been talking about a lot of different things, and it ended up, by the time we got everything done, it's this time of year, it's the year end of 2018, about to become 2019. I'm not good at math. But we're here to talk about New Year's resolutions, it's the antithesis. New Year's resolutions are a time, New Year's is a natural time where we want to think about life. It's natural at the conclusion of the year to think about this past year and think about what you want going ahead. And of course, there's a whole tradition around New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, and we want a clean slate, it seems, at the beginning of the year. Let's start all over
Right.
and a new canvas to paint on. And this reminds me of when I was in university. I was so happy when the final exams were done the first term, and then you get your little break and the holidays,
Yeah.
and then the next term comes and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to do this different. I'm going to be able to read my notes this time, and if I drop my binder, I'll be able to put it all back together because I'm going to number everything, and it
Right.
lasts till February.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, all of this is within the context. One of the things you're going to see starting December 20th is the 12 days of
Yule.
living serene. It's the beginning of Yule.
It is.
It's
yeah.
also the launch of our business, Life
It is.
Origami.
Yeah.
And it's our theme for this first little thing that we're going to do, this first little ditty, is living serene in 2019. That it is possible to live a serene life.
Yeah.
And so that's what this is all about. That's
Yeah.
what we're attempting to do. So, just say no to New Year's resolutions. So, what were we talking about? You were what, baking cookies?
I was baking cookies.
I was sitting on my ass,
You're what?
waiting. I was sitting on my butt,
Oh, okay.
waiting for cookies.
You were, yeah. So we were discussing, remind me,
Life plan.
life
New
plan.
Year's resolutions, and I was
Yeah.
talking about launching the business and should we do a year-end thing type of thing. I said, people need a life plan. They don't need New Year's resolutions because, in action, I thought we need a life plan.
Yeah, it's
We've
like,
gone through so much change, right?
I know this last, it's been almost since we got together, it's been 17 and a half months, right?
Right, since we've been
And
together, yeah.
Everything has changed. What we had, what we dreamt about for the future has changed.
We live in a new place.
Yes, and the thing about it is my results that I want to get in my life have changed, and therefore my vision has changed, and what I'm going to do
Which is
to
a very good
pursue
point.
those things are important because I don't want to be wandering aimlessly,
Right.
trying to find some sort of significance or meaning in my life. And so, I don't want to be on this hamstring treadmill of.
I think I can. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, whatever. And so, what was I saying? Squirrel?
We come in peace.
We do. We come in peace.
Peace.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the life plan. So we thought that it would be helpful to think about what it is I want to experience in my life.
And because there's what you want to experience in your life. There's things I want to experience.
And
And there's us.
there's things that we have in common, and there's
Right.
things because of our individuality that we also have as a bucket list, right?
Yep.
For me, pursuing fun in everything I do, and diversity and curiosity and creativity and artistry, whatever I'm doing,
Right.
those are the components that are important to me. Whether I'm coaching or I'm painting or I'm
Mm-hmm.
spring cleaning and redecorating, whatever it is, buying a car, going on a trip, they got to be fun, right?
Yeah, and I guess it's
For me.
interesting. Yeah, it's got to be fun for you, exactly. Now, I was just thinking about something though. We tell people just say no to New Year's resolutions, have a life plan.
Yeah.
If you're intimidated by New Year's resolutions, it just kind of dawned on me, putting together a life plan could be really intimidating.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
think
but
about
it's
this.
not that, we're going to simplify.
Yeah, you know how when you're dieting, you get on this diet and you're only going to eat cabbage for 16 days or 16 weeks, right? Whatever.
Gas.
Inside voice, outside voice. So it lasts only so much, so long, you know. Your willpower only lasts
Right.
so long. And I'm saying that if you pursue health and well-being from a life plan perspective, you know, a lifestyle change,
Right.
right? That entails having follow through and consistency.
Right. You need to
Right.
have a vision. You need to know what you want.
Right. If I want to lose, let's say I have to lose 50 pounds, I'm going to say I'm going to do it within 2 or 3 years, right?
Right.
Because all I'm going to do is I'm going to start eating those vegetables. I'm going to stop eating the cookies after the Yuletide here, and yeah. Anyway.
Dangerous thing to make cookies for other people.
I only make them once a year. So yeah, it's
But here's the
about
thing,
a
though.
lifestyle change, you know, and
Yeah.
that is more sustainable. That's what we want. We don't want just
Yeah, can you
a New
sustain
Year's
the change?
resolution of peace and serenity.
Well,
We
that was a
want a
good idea.
lifetime.
But it didn't work. So yeah, I guess I'll set another New Year's resolution that I won't keep
Yeah.
or won't, and I don't give myself permission to actually achieve. But that's the important thing, is that you can get anything you want, but you first have to know what you want. So here's a few tips to help you figure out what you might want on a life plan. This isn't a life plan. A life plan is something that we do to help people with in our full 1-year program, but we're just going to give you a little bit of a gift here. So one of the things you're going to want to do is think about what are the things you want to create.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, in terms of, do you want to create a business? Do you want to create a raise? Do you want to have a new job? Do you want a new car? You know, do you want a new relationship?
Do you want to quit smoking? That's one thing everybody does, and they're thinking goals, right? I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to quit smoking, but your perspective may change if your results are, I want to be healthy. Why do you want? What are you going to do when you want to be?
Yeah,
when you're healthy?
I want to be
I
able
wanna
to
be
run
able
without
to-
coughing. And
Yeah.
I want to have. I want to wake up with less coughing in the morning.
I want to be able to go hiking without
Right.
choking my lungs out, you
Yep.
know, that kind of thing. So you think about the experience that you want to achieve, and then you think about what's your vision. Well,
Right.
I'm going to do it perhaps over the whole year, and this is
Right.
how I'm going to do it. So we set little goals.
Which comes to the next part. What are you going to do?
Do.
You got to do something, and because without action, so the biggest reason New Year's resolutions don't work and people don't follow through is because they never take action upon it.
That reminds me when we decided to go swimming. We were going to get swimming. We
Right.
wanted to get more active, right?
Yeah.
It didn't occur to Greg, though, that he'd have to get out of bed in the morning because there's only certain hours for adults to go out and go lane swimming, right?
Right.
And he coaches as early as 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So that meant we had to have swam and then came back.
Yep.
And you had to be ready to go. And he's in the water. What am I doing here? Change. Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
I want to be healthier. That means I have to get into action. I have to do stuff. I have to make it happen, right?
Yeah.
So-
And so it meant I have to go to bed earlier, to get up earlier,
Yeah, there's things that
and have to get organized the night before to be able to get out the door quickly, to be able to get to so I can have the experience of doing swimming.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
There's-
what are some things you want to see this year? What places you want to go? things you want to experience? Are there things that
More
you want
times
to,
with your grandchildren, more time.
right?
Um,
Are the things you want to learn?
yeah.
What are the things you want to learn? Because to the degree that I'm willing to learn and grow and expand myself, so goes my life.
Yeah.
Because if I, back to setting a New Year's resolution, I want to stop smoking, but I still keep buying cigarettes. Or
How about us coaching more effectively? So we
Right.
are doing a 4th-year university course on neuroplasticity of the brain, and we are incorporating it into our program.
right, so right now we're hitting you with visual, auditory,
Yeah,
and
we
hopefully
want to
we
learn
get you to
this.
feel the passion that we're talking about here, because the biggest mistake I've seen people make over and over and over again, and I make it too, is I set a goal and I start chasing the goal, but I don't have a context of the bigger result, the bigger experience that I want to experience.
Now, sometimes we're attached to our goal and we think it's going to get us what we want. We have a general idea what we may want. We don't know how to get there, so let's start making goals.
Right.
And the thing is you may have attached to something. For instance, I had a business 10 years ago, and it was in entertainment,
Yeah.
and I felt that there was going to be a certain way I wanted to make money. Okay, I want to make money. I have to pay the bills, right?
Money.
And I have to pay the bills. So this is how I'm going to do it. This is
Right.
the packages I'm going to offer, and this is how much they're going to be, and I'm going to sell so many of these packages. Well, guess what? Reality was 40% of people didn't want my packages, so I had to figure out what did they want.
And you end
Right.
up customizing, right?
Yes, I did, and my goal setting completely changed.
So
Right.
even in our programs, we're doing the same thing. We're creating custom programs. We're providing the same training, enhanced coaching, but it's customized for each person.
It is.
Because everybody's looking for experiences. There are certain experiences and things we want. So behind a goal to stop smoking, there's a bigger result, more positive experience of some sort that's going to cause you to pause before you pick up a cigarette and light it, or before you keep baking cookies day after day and eating them. If you're clear that you want to experience something more than just not smoking, because not smoking says your brain hears smoking. If you say I want to be able to run 1 kilometer, 1 mile.
Or I just want my fingernails not to be yellow anymore.
Right.
You know?
It could be something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
With the goal setting and stuff like that, with the cookies, eating the cookies, right?
Mm-hmm.
This happened to me last year. I got sucked into cookies. And you know what I did was, those pounds of butter and lard that you use?
Yeah.
I carried them. Okay, I gained 10 pounds, right? You know how much fat that is? You get this much. Of course, it's liquid, right? But still, it's a lot of fat, right?
Yeah.
And
Plus, your body has to process it all.
Yeah, and you think how much you consume of it. So there's so much involved with a goal, and there's and a vision and results.
And it's one of the other things is, what do you want to have?
Mm-hmm.
In your life plan, what are the things you want to have? What kind of relationships you want to have? What kind of car do you want to have? What kind of home you want to have? We just went through this. We'd been talking. When we got married, we moved into my place because it was bigger and it was more convenient. But we knew we were going to move, and almost to a year, a year and a month, we actually moved.
We did,
and we knew we wanted to have the experience of being in a resort area, so we moved next to a lake.
Yes, across the street.
Across the street.
And we've been thinking, it's not confirmed because we haven't done our life plan yet.
No.
But I'm thinking I might like to have a home that we own, and we can't do that because I don't know where. I mean, we might decide we want to coach from Hawaii and live in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And so we got to travel to figure out where we want to live, and then stay there a little while and experience the culture, the area. So there's a little bit involved with wanting to own a home. And, you have to get clear, how long do you want to own that home? Do you want to own it for 5 years, 6 years, and then sell it? and then move to another location. What is it that you want? Do you want to travel? Do you want to stay put? Do you want to garden? Yeah, there's many things that you want to.
So I'm thinking one of the things you want to do in terms of what are the things when do you want to see? What are the things you want to see and when do you want to see them?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do and with who? Or like, and what do you know, if you want to have something, what specifically? It's very important to be specific. To be specific with what it is that the more specific you are, your brain kicks into gear, the reticular activating system says, he wants a red car, red car, red car, red car, red car, red car, red car. Everywhere suddenly there's red cars.
Yeah.
And then you see your friend has a red car for sale. You might not have noticed it if you hadn't got that specific.
And then you say, well, no echoes.
Yeah.
But you know, even the idea about a house. Do we want a condo? Do we want a duplex? Do we want a older house? Do we want something newer? Do we want a what do they call them? Yurt?
A yurt.
You know, what do we want and why do we
tent.
want it? What's the purpose of it?
Right.
Right.
And in terms of to grow, and we're going to have to grow and expand to get anything significant, to make any significant change. I'm going to have to learn something. There's new skills I'm going to require. Skills I'm going to need to acquire to be able to implement these ideas I have.
Yeah.
And you know, what am I going to, you know, in terms of creating, you know, what are the things that I want to create? I can create experiences. I can create a business. Maybe I want to create calmness. You know, what if you were to set a part of your life plan is that you want to, as an overriding goal, to calm, serene. That's why, you know, we say we come in peace. Living serene in 2019 is possible because ultimately it all comes down to experiences. Everything comes down to either it's a positive experience for us or it's a negative experience. Hopefully what we want to do, we all can have negative experiences throughout our day, but we want to make focusing on creating positive experiences, things that are actually helping us move our life forward in a positive way. So that's just a really quick ad hoc thing. This is a bit of an experiment. If you guys like this, let us know. We think we're going to use this format beginning on Thursday, the December 20th.
Yeah.
We're going to do the 12 days of living serene in 2019. So let us know what your questions are, how we can support you, and look forward to hearing more from you.
Yeah.
Final words, thoughts?
No, I'm just looking forward to doing this. It's going to be a
This is gonna be
series
fun.
of 12 videos, and we're going to, it'll be coming to a culmination on New Year's. So we're going to try and find different locations for some of our videos.
Right.
But generally we're going to try and
do
utilize
a little
this.
talk type thing. We've got some really interesting, a little bit of a teaser. We're going to be talking about the 4 laws of individuality and
the 8 powers of
engagement. Because if we're not engaged with ourselves and engaged with others and engaged with life, we're going nowhere. And the 4 laws of individuality, we're all desperate to be an authentic version of ourselves, not a carbon copy or clone like you like to talk about, but a true one of a kind.
Yeah.
Namaste, eh?
Peace out.